Good morning, everyone. It's Curly K here. It is Wednesday, August 27th, and I am about to dive right into our free trade idea of the day. So, as you can see here, I am looking at Netflix. Netflix on the 4 hour time frame has an inside candle. It also has an inside candle on the daily time frame. However, the 4 hour gives us an earlier entry into calls or puts. So, what we're basically going to do is we're going to see what direction and market structure we actually get. So obviously scaling down to the 5 minute, the 10 minute, or the 15 minute, since this will be a day trade to see if we're getting higher highs and higher lows, which would give us our uptrend, or lower highs and lower lows, which will give us our downtrend. So I'm actually looking for this to push to the upside, but we are going to take what the market gives us and allow structure to pour in. So without further ado, let's go ahead and chart it out. So we do have our 4 hour call entry here. And the same thing for the puts. We do have our 4 hour put entry because it is an inside 4 hour candle. So let's go ahead and label that as such. And now we need to figure out what our magnitudes are. So our magnitudes is basically going to tell us how to select our strike prices and where exhaustion risk actually lies. So we're looking at about 1253.67 to the upside as our ATR target. And then to the downside, let's figure that out. So to the downside, we're looking at about 1198.51. So let's clone that. All right, so now we know what our magnitudes are. And we have to do our price targets. So price targets are essentially areas where you should consider taking profit. These are areas that we are aiming for. All right, so we have a few price targets to the upside. Just going to continue to clone that up. And then to the downside, it looks like we only have about maybe two targets to the downside. So let's go ahead and clone that down. All right, perfect. So, in reference to strike prices, what I will say is if we are to push for calls, move to the upside essentially, I would say you can opt for anything that is in the money but do not exceed 1250 on the strike price for calls. If we decide to pull to the downside, I would say anything in the money but do not exceed 1200 to the downside for puts. All right, everyone. So this is your free trade idea of the day. If you want to see these videos continuously coming in, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend or a family member. I hope to see you in Baggage Claim, and remember to follow me on Instagram, Threads, Twitter, as well as TradingView at iCurlyK. So that's ICURLYCAE. Again, I hope to see you in Baggage Claim. Have a great day. Bye.